Hi everyone and welcome to Motographer channel. I'm Barry Sia and today I'm going to review the Uclear Intercom system. I'll talk about the Motion Infinity, the Motion 6 and a bit on the MGO 4. So to find out more, keep watching. Basically, all the numbers at the back of the boxes actually say the number of riders that is limited to for Intercom. So for Motion Infinity, you have infinite number of riders that you can actually pair with. And for Motion 6, it's 6 riders, followed by MGO 4, which is 4 riders. The last time there's MGO 2, there is MGO, there is like 1 to 1 billion. But now this is the latest model, is the MGO 4. So you will see more of this series, and slowly the older series, they will cut it off. Alright, if you have not heard of Uclear before, so you are very new to this brand, so I'll just share a bit of my experience. I've been using Uclear since 2015, and I use it because I tried another brand because my Sina SMH5, which is a very super entry-level intercom failed. And to get it repaired, it will take me ages. I have to send it back to US, blah blah blah. So at that point of time, at 2015, I couldn't have so long a downtime. I feel very uneasy. So I went to Motor World and I checked out this Uclear brand, and it is made in Singapore. So I'm thinking like, okay. So I went for it, and the support is in Singapore. So in my point of view is that, you know, when I use a product, it is best that I have as little downtime as possible. So I will prefer something that, you know, it is locally made, and yeah, we are able to actually get our unit service within our homeland. So that's a good thing because they have a base technical support in Singapore around Serangoon area. So it's much more easier for me. Then so I'll share with you a few designs of what I started off with. So the first design is the HBC 200. So this is the HBC 200, and it is this intercom has been working fine for me for quite a while. Okay, then they have been upgrading the chip inside and the unit inside to improve the stability of the connection, the speed of connection, etc, etc. So the next model design is this one. Oops, okay, here it is. So you can see that they removed the Uclear word and then they just replaced it with a logo. So now the MGO 4 will look like this as well. Okay, and then followed by the Motion series, which is their latest product, which is this one. So you can see there's more feature on it. So the first few features added on is that they have a pairing button over here. You can see this is a pairing button. So instead of pressing 2 buttons to pair, you can actually press just 1 button, and followed by a gesture sensor, which is over here. This is the gesture sensor. Not sure you can see. This is a gesture sensor over here. So for the gesture sensor, all you need to do is that just tap at the side of the unit. Just tap like this where you're wearing a thick glove and you cannot really feel the buttons to actually do some adjustments such as volume adjustment, mute your microphone, or there's still other features that you can actually check in the app. So for this review, I'm going to talk more about the Motion series. So these are the Motion series. There's Motion Infinity and there is Motion 6. So I'll be talking more about this and the review about this. So for the Motion Infinity, the design, one good thing is that those who have used Uclear before, okay, and then you still have the old design, okay, old unit, you will still have the old mount. So one good thing is that the Motion series, they actually design in a way that your old mount still can be used. So let me show you the old mount. Okay, so you can see right over here, this is the mount, okay, and then I put in the older design unit. You can see you can click on quite fine. Okay, now I remove it, and then I put in the motion series, and then I just plug it in. Okay, because it's quite new, and there you go. You see, so it actually can clip in real fine. So you don't need to worry about stripping off your old mount just to get the Motion series to work. Alright, for the Motion series, if let's say you used Uclear before and you don't have the previous mount, okay, there is actually another mount that they actually provide you as well. So let me take it out from the box. So this will be the mount. This is how it looks like. Okay, so you can see over here, okay, that it looks like this. So what you do is that you take your unit, okay, and then after it slides in. So you slide in something like this over here like this, and then you slide in. Okay, wait, because it is not mounted. So is a bit difficult to actually slide in. Okay, there. So this is how it slide in. Okay, you can see over here, this is how it slide in. So over here, you just mount it and stick it on your helmet. But of course, you must ensure that your helmet is clean before you stick anything. Let's say whether it's a camera mount, it's a GoPro mount, please clean your helmet, because there are cases that I did see some riders actually did not really clean their helmet, straight away stick and expect it to stay. It doesn't work that way. You really need to clean it to have the best bonding. Okay, more in depth about the design. So just now I already shared with you about gesture sensor, but now it's going to be more of the charging port. So you can see over here, the charging port is actually running on USB-C port. So you can, all your phones, that is actually the newer phones nowadays, have the USB-C cable, then you can just charge. You don't need to buy another, or you don't need to say, hey, I forgot to bring my another cable just to charge it. But for the MGO 4, it is actually running like this. It is actually, let me see over here, yeah. It is actually running on the 10 pin cable. It is actually running on the 10 pin cable, and yes, it is actually works like a, let me show you how the charger looks like. So for the MGO 4, it's still running on this cable. Let me show you. Yeah, it's this cable. Okay, so it's not a mini micro USB. It's actually more of the older USB 10 pin type. So you can see over here. Let me show you. I think, yeah, it's like this. So you have to bring this cable along with you most of the time. But for the Motion series, well, you have one USB-C cable to charge all your electronics. You can just use that same cable. For the Motion series, it is running at Bluetooth 5.0, which is also the same for the rest, and also same for the MGO 4. Since we are talking about the design, okay, the newer design of the Motion series actually has a better angle in the way they actually place the port. So you can see over here the port. The problem with the port, right, is now actually facing down, while for the older design, the port is actually in the center, you know. So sometimes when we start riding, when we are actually, our helmet is not straight up. Our helmet is slightly a bit bent down, so it will be angled this way. When this happens, okay, as you can see for the Motion series, that the port is still below. You see the port is still facing below, but for this M series, it is actually, you can see that the port is facing up. So when there's very heavy rain, you know, there might be a chance of a slight leak. So what I did was, I actually did a little hack. So you can see over here at the side of my helmet, I did not actually put it straight. You can see my helmet, the mount is actually angled. So when you're actually riding this way, okay, because this is how we actually wear our helmet, you can see that the mount is straight. So that means that when the helmet is in use, no matter what, this unit will actually stay straight. So there will be a less tendency to be directly from the sky, you know, this way. So that is one of the hacks that I feel that is useful for all those who are still using Uclear and using the M series or the HPC 200. Use this method, your problem is solved. Because I use this method, I never have issue even in storms. So no issue. Okay, let's go to what speakers do they provide. Okay, the speakers is a little different. Okay, the one that they provided for the MGO series, for the M series, not the Motion series, it will look like this. So their speakers are very different from other intercoms because they are boomless. They are emphasizing on boomless technology. So it will look something like this. So you can see that, you know, it's boomless. You can see there is no other extra wire and there's nothing sticking out when you're using it. So their speakers has evolved throughout the times. When I first use it, the quality of sound is getting better and the wind noise cancellation is also improving. So this is one type of speakers, okay, that they provide. They also have another speaker that actually have two pickup mics that's actually linked up. This means it has two wires that you actually put it at the helmet inside the top area of the helmet inside. So later I will show you a bit of some feature that I see they have improved while fitting up the open face that I use to test the wind noise. So I was actually doing the Motion 6. I'm just fitting up the Motion 6 on my open face to test out the noise cancellation, as my Shark Spartan Carbon GT is actually very, very quiet. So there's no way I can really test that, so I'm fitting on. And then I found a few great improvements. They have actually the microphone tape here. So this is now the newer one. And you can see that it is meshed up. Okay, it is not exposing the microphone fully. While the previous type of tape was actually this. It was just a strap like this with a hole, so it actually prevent your microphone from collecting dust, small little micro dust or what. Then also another thing is that the microphone, the pickup microphone is now this way. It is actually designed like that. Okay, there is actually, you can see a difference where the mic is facing. While the previous speakers, let me show you. This is my previous old speaker. The problem with the old speakers is that the filament, the pickup mic, is like this. So you won't know which is the front, which is the back. This is the front. I think this is the front. I'm not sure. So you can see that there's a slight difference. So good. That's the good setup improvement that from Uclear on the speakers part. I just only noticed it while I'm fixing it up, and it's good to go. This is why I got to share about it. So you can see that the feature has really improved a lot. The last time the pickup mics, right, it's a little hard to install because I do not know how to actually see which is the front, which is the back. So if you install it wrongly, your voice pickup will be horrendous. So yeah, thankfully they have already improved, and I'm using this. Okay, after it's already fitted up, I'm using the Motion 6. Okay, on my helmet. Pro helmet. This is not a bell, this is a Pro helmet that I got from Regina last time, and to test out the wind noise cancellation. So here you go.
Alright, now I'm on the highway on the CDE. I'm going at a speed of 85 kilometers per hour. So I'm going at a speed of 78 right now to 82. So I'm testing on whether the wind noise is affecting the audio for the Boomless. Testing the Uclear Motion 6 with the Boomless mic technology.
Okay, now I'm going to share about the intercom range for the Uclear. So basically, it is running on a mesh kind of intercom system, and that is actually a multi-hop mesh system, so that when your friends or when you're riding in a group and one of them break off, they will be auto-connected when they're close in range again. So when it comes to the range size, based on the specification, it is around 1.2 click. But because of Singapore, there's a lot of buildings, there's a lot of interference, or even in the highway, there can be some interference there and here. So for the highway, based on my experience, is around 800 meters like this. Okay, sometimes can go stretch a bit to 900, but 1.2 click is actually when the highway do not have much buildings and it is line of sight. So other than that, right, it's usually if it's in normal streets or those small roads, it's around 500 meters, which is actually around 500 meters is around in Singapore roads around 2 traffic light away. So after 2 traffic light, then there might be a bit of break off. So so far I tested, it was like this. Then sometimes you can get better range, sometimes you can get not such a good range, but in average it's around 500 meters based on my daily use of my intercom. While being in the intercom mode, and then when you actually intercom with friends or what, it doesn't allow you to actually hear your navigation, so you still have to mount your phone and will be able to see at least your direction. So during the intercom, I find that if that can be improved in future, maybe in future there's new firmware that will actually work on that. For the Motion series and the MGO series, you are able to use the app that comes along with it. Their app is ClearLINK, so I just do a little run through. But for all those older models, unfortunately, the app doesn't support, such as the HPC 200 and the M200. But the MGO series and the Motion series is supported. So let me do a bit of a demo. So let me on my Motion Infinity. So over here, I just turn it on first. Okay, then I get it connected to my phone. So you can see over here, okay, the screen recording that I actually did for you to see what I'm seeing in my phone. So over here, let me go to the ClearLink. So this is the interface. Okay, welcome to ClearLink. So over here, you will see connect, support, and the manual. So nowadays, everybody is going for the e-manual. So you don't need to worry too much about whether you can bring the book out, the small little booklet out. Okay, so I go to connect. Then you will see all that has been paired before. So I will go to the Motion Infinity. And there you go. So you can see the battery, how much battery is left. and the firmware and the model. Then there's a few things below. You can register your device straight from here. Anyway, in the front part of the interface, there is also update firmware. So you can actually update on the go. You don't need to connect it to your computer or anything. You can just update through the app. Now let's go to the configuration. So we're going to go into the unit configuration. So I just go inside. So you see there's actually a few features over here. So let's start with the top, the remote control. So basically remote control is just like quick access kind of big buttons interface. So when you're actually having this on your bike, you're able to just press with your glove. And it's very big, so you can just control. It's like a remote control over here. So you can see there's music control, there is phone control, and there's intercom control as well. So let's go back. Then you will see the next one is USave. Okay, USave is a feature that only Motion Infinity has it. So what it does, right, is that it actually, so-called the unit will actually call out your emergency contact. Okay, when it calls, right, it will just say, when the person pick up the phone, it will just say crash detected. And then after that, that first emergency contact will receive an email and SMS of the coordinates of where you are. Okay, and then this you will need your app to be running in the background in order for it to work. So there's actually a gesture sensor. So you can see you can actually on it off or on. So when you go inside gesture sensor, okay, because it's off, I need to on it. Let me on it. Turn it on. Okay, so when I turn it on, you can see over here, there's all the instructions over here. Okay, like two taps and hold. 1, 2 for the volume down. Skip track is 3 taps for the music mode. For intercom mode, there's volume up, volume down. Actually, volume up and volume down is all the same. Then you can actually 3 taps to actually on your or off your microphone. Okay, this one microphone on and off actually is like when there are a big intercom group, you know, you gather with your friends, and then someone is leading. So you won't want to actually have like some sound or noise from you to the whole group. So sometimes you can just mute it. So you can actually control this, because the last time is that sometimes some riders they don't speak, or sometimes or maybe they actually cough or what, you know. So when you actually mute it, right, it's more peaceful and more clear in the group. So you can actually have an option for that. Okay, the next one will be the equalizer. Okay, I off my gesture sensor. Sometimes I don't use it. Okay, so you can actually adjust your volume, how you want to hear your audio. I put the bass up high and I'm happy with it. So it's up to you. This one you need to try. Okay, and then followed by the voice prompt. Okay, this is not the built-in voice command feature. This is actually the unit talking to you. So sometimes I set at 11, and then of course English. So let's say you are much more of a Chinese speaking person, okay, than Chinese, you know, this type of thing. So whatever you actually say, it will actually respond. Okay, so these are the languages that will be inside, followed by, okay, this voice command feature, right? Currently, it actually works like Siri and Hey Google kind of thing for Android and for iOS. Then for the auto volume, okay, the auto volume feature that you see over here, right, is actually adjust according to the ambient sound. But the thing is that when I'm using my full face, there is very, very minimal ambient sound. So I did not manage to really try this, but sometimes I do hear when I open my visor, sometimes it will just increase volume of what I'm hearing of the music, increase gradually when they actually detect a bit more wind noise. But it's very minor, especially when you're using full face. I don't think you will really hear it. Sometimes open face, if your visor is like a bit longer, so it's very minimal, okay, but you can try. Then after for the voice answer, okay, for the voice answer, I just say hello, pick up, and I can just answer. It means I don't need to press anything. But some people, especially nowadays when there's actually spam calls from +65 kind of thing, then all right, you won't want to answer such calls. Then you can turn it off, and you know you are able to control, or you're able to just press the power button to actually answer instead of making it a voice answer call. Okay, then for the bass boost is actually personal preference, and adjust noise cancellation profile. Okay, so over here you will see high, standard, and low. Okay, for the video that I'm going to share on the wind noise cancellation, the one I used to actually test the wind noise, I set it as standard. So I did not say it high or low, I just say it's standard. So that type of test is based on standard settings. For music overlay fading, it's more of like you are actually sharing music, and during intercom, I mean between intercom and talks, right, it will like have a nice fade off kind of thing, yeah. So here's a run through of the app that comes with the Motion series and the M-Go series. Alright, so for these 3 Uclear units, okay, the unit itself have a 2-year warranty, and for the accessories, for the speakers, it have 1-year warranty. So you don't need to worry about that. And remember, because they are made in Singapore, you have the local support. So I also want to thank Bitwave for letting me try this intercom, and you can go over there and they will help you. Okay, you don't need to worry about support issue, because they are right in our mainland. They are right in Singapore. You don't need to worry about miscommunication. You can just go down. Okay, they are currently, the address I'll put in the description below, so you can go and find them if there's any support that you're looking at. Okay, and the links below of where to purchase all these units. I hope that you like this review, and I hope that it helps. If there's anything that you want me to add on in my future reviews, okay, do comment. If you like my videos, do subscribe and share, and I'll see you in my next video.